turn my world upside down, a rush like I've not felt before. I can trust myself, I need you to make it turn. I know, will you follow me when the sky starts to change? Yeah, we won't be afraid, we'll never be the same again. Will you follow me? We won't leave it to chance. We can't wait on romance. We'll never be the same I could keep the light from turning into darkness. You'd be my escape. What have we been told? Easy to unfold. Future might seem every spot we getting close. Will you follow me when the sky starts to change? Yeah, we won't be afraid. We'll never be the same again. Will you follow me? We won't leave it to chance. We can't wait on romance. We'll never be the same again. Will you follow me when the sky starts to change? Yeah, we won't be afraid. We'll never be the same again.
Jen never lies, fucks you over. Every time. With anime in our souls and thoughts of wrestling out of control, we are a group of weebs who love the entertainment of professional wrestling. So allow us to be the lovely voices inside of your head as we go through the wrestling event of the evening, give our thoughts and predictions on what's to come, and provide an experience inclusive to all of you nerds out there. So grab your steel chair, yell for the table, get put through an experience unlike any other. Brought to you, of course, by Animal We Studio. This is the Weebs of the Ring podcast. Happy day to all involved here. We are here with the Weebs of the Ring podcast. We're here to talk about Survivor Series, the lovely Thanksgiving tradition that we have every single year, especially when you involve war games. Because, hey, what's even better than arguing with your uncle about politics? Well, maybe enjoying a good show from WWE with weapons and cages and titles on the line. Unfortunately, we didn't get too much of that. We got a lot of mediocre at best action tonight. But hey, you know what? It's all about that cinema, right? It's all about that storytelling, right? Right? Oh, we don't care about our matches. Yeah, it's obvious you don't. But, you know, that's besides the point. We're not going to get too deep into that, but we might actually when we talk about these matches. But as always, I always want to welcome our returning listeners, our returning viewers. It's lovely to see all of you out there, whether you're checking us out on the live stream, whether you're checking out the VOD, listening to the audio version of the podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. You make us whole and make us feel wonderful doing this lovely thing that we like to do on a regular basis. But of course, if you're new around these parts, and we've had a ton of new people showing up, so thank you so much for that support. But of course, for you new people out there, again, lovely to see you. Have a seat. Hopefully your bellies aren't too big from the big meals you may have had this week or all those leftovers you may have been eating in the past few days. I know I've probably gained about 5 pounds just from the past couple days, so that's cool. That's fine. That's neat. Whatever. But of course, quick introductions need to be had. First and foremost, I am your reigning defending undisputed universal heavyweight champion of the world. I'm Watkins here. I'm going to be your guide through this wrestling quote unquote event of the evening. And of course, there are two lovely gentlemen right above me to help us have a nice fun conversation when it comes to what we just witnessed tonight. First and foremost, we have the self-proclaimed visionary, a self-proclaimed revolutionary. He is somebody that, kind of keeps us on the straight and narrow when it comes to staying positive when we're talking about this thing called pro wrestling. And in fact, the most positive thing he has to say is that Bill Goldberg is one of his favorite wrestlers with a 150 plus winning streak record in the good old WCW days. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Drop. No, not Drop. It's Legendary
Yeah,
Vash.
it's
I'm
Drop,
getting
right?
my,
Right, Drop?
I'm getting my,
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
my, I'm getting my names mixed up. This is how bad this holiday season's been. How messed up things have been. But we're not here for that. Vash, how's it going, buddy?
Look. Even to how my friend texted me, I texted him like, "Hey, we're live to watch this show, to talk about this trash ass show." He texted me saying, "To be honest, bro, I don't even want to talk about it. That's how trash it was. That's crazy." Look, Chad, we're not the only ones talking about it
Hmm.
because it's your boy Legendary Vash, and I'm here to talk about how mediocre this show was. I don't have no positive. I don't have no positivity at all. Even Walkers came up to me. He said, "Yo, you better have no positive for this show tonight." I'm like, Walkers, guess what? Guess what?
Ain't having it.
I don't. I said, don't. During this show, me and wifey, I was taking a nap. A few parts of the entrances, a few parts of there. I had my eyes closed. I was snoring. Wife was me, "Hey, you asleep?" Like, nah, I'm just resting. She said, "Aren't you supposed to watch the show?" I am. Just my eyes are this closed, and I'm just here. A lot of listening, because right now there's not a lot of things, a lot of things going on, not a lot of action. So like,
Yeah.
it's not needed for me. Does it suck? Yeah, because I was really looking forward to this to actually be a entertaining event. Was it sports? Not really. But I know we will break it down and talk about it because I know Drop has been in the background such a supporter because I love how Watkins as well when he said the gentleman right above me, it also works in the vertical content because I'm just seeing right above it like me and Drop are just stacked above you as well. So it just works too.
Yeah. Yeah. My back kind of hurts. So I'm going to grab a pillow as the man who's known around these parts as the genius of the mat drop this box. He's going to lay down some knowledge. He's going to drop many boxes, which is a lot more entertaining than what this show was. But Drop, as I turn my fan on, as I grab my pillow for my back, how you doing tonight, buddy? How'd you enjoy the show?
So I'm doing pretty good. I had to go to work early this afternoon, and I got out around the time that the show started. It almost made me feel like I should have went overtime and just stayed until like 10:30 because we close at 10 tonight. I should have just stayed at 10:30, and I probably would have not missed a thing. Like, I honestly felt like I wasted my time watching this show. But of course, then you're gonna have the people out there that say, "Well, don't watch it." Well, our job is to cover this show. And when you're very passionate about something, you obviously express yourself. That's the whole point of being a content creator. I mean, if you're new to this world and you have bad reading comprehension, I mean, don't even get me started with what I had to deal with that ever since Wednesday when Stranger Things season 5 started with Mr. Steve Harrington, the one of the best characters in the show, hands down. But we'll talk about that once we get there. Nice little plug for Anime Wii Studio once we talk about Volume 1. But yeah, I mean, we have to make a lot of shirts. We have a lot of catchphrases on this show. This one could have been an email, mediocre at best. Watkins is going to be cooking with a lot of the merch. That's just him as a whole when it comes to a lot of his catchphrases. But that's basically what you can classify this whole entire show. Could have been an email. Was there a mediocre? I noticed a lot of people online, thankfully, are seeing the same as we are when it comes to this being the worst Survivor Series under Triple H. Like, hands down, like, this didn't even feel like Survivor Series. And I'm not one of those people that, like, turns off my brain and just takes it just because I guess I have to. Because I guess that's how we are as a society now. When I'm passionate about something, I like to talk about certain things I like and certain things I dislike. And we don't do it on purpose. You think me, Vash, and Watkins want to come on here and say all this stuff? No. But
Nope.
it's hard to
No.
run a show if we're not being honest with how we feel. And I mean, we're gonna get into it shortly, but I mean, yeah, it's like Nico Ortiz 9698 said in the chat. Shout out to you, buddy. It was trash. Yeah. I mean, I agree 100%. It was trash. I'm sorry. It
Look,
was
bro,
trash.
if I can add on top of this, it's very disappointing because I was looking forward to this
Same.
to actually being much better than it was. I was excited to watch with wifey and everything. Instead, it was just me just being clingy to wifey because we haven't spent time a weekend together
Yeah.
where we're both not working, so we're just having the time of our lives. And for a PLA like this that we were looking forward to, the women's match was a sleeper. The Dom's match felt very cartoony, but then things happened for story progression. The men's match, somebody tweeted saying that this was the best match ever of War Games. I'm like, you are wilding because this was the most boring men's match of War Games in the past couple
Sorry,
years.
buddy.
That shit was a sleeper. Like there was Bloodline where all of them was wearing red. They had the combos, they had the spots going
Yeah.
for it. We had Bronson Reed last year doing a big tsunami and broke his ankle. I felt like that's a cool spot from last year. But then no, with this PLE of the men's being the best one, look, I get it. Opinions are subjective. Hey, it's up to you and everything. At the end of the day, it's how you see it. But on my end,
Yeah.
on this side of the pond, on the Weebs of the Ring studio side, this shit was trash. And I'm just saying it. That's all. So when it comes to this, and also having 4 matches where almost everyone has a 5-minute type of entrance to the stadium, I'm like, bruh,
Mm-hmm.
3 hours for 4 matches that all of them could have been way more shorter.
Yeah.
Not needed.
Yeah. Yeah, like there were like 4-minute ad breaks for a lot of people, especially like on Netflix. Like there were a couple times with like the ESPN app where they cut to their little screen that says, "Oh yeah, we're in the middle of an ad break." It's just like, why? Why are we doing this? If you don't have enough ads to at least go into it, why even have the ad break right there? Why can't we do like you could have done like a backstage segment? Remember when those kind of happened on PLEs where we
used
got
to,
like
yeah.
a little bit of story progression, or maybe like an interview, or like cutting to somebody backstage getting ready for their damn match instead of during their little stupid ass pre-show. Like I just don't get it, man. And I mean all these complaints and all these reviews that are be coming out this next weekend and for the next week, they're going to fall on deaf ears, unfortunately, because like time and time again, whenever things like this happen and people are very critical in WWE about this, we get the same crap from them. Oh, we don't listen to the online channel, which, fair enough when it comes to that, because a lot of it can be pretty dumb, but it's just like they're not taking any criticism when they really should be. They're not taking like any like word of mouth to be like, oh, maybe we should be better. Maybe we should look at the competition, AEW Blood and Guts, where we could be like, oh, how can we do things better? How can we make a match that actually is entertaining, that actually has a lot of stuff going on? Like, okay, because I have my critiques on AEW as well, and trust me, people, I don't care tonight. I'm going to do a lot of comparing when it comes to the two companies, because at least with AEW and when they put on like their version of War Games with Blood and Guts, at least I'm never questioning why is everybody on the ground. Why is like nobody doing anything?
Yeah.
And I mean, this kind of jumps ahead to like the women's War Games matches. It's like, why were like two of them who were on the end of like, and this goes into like the ending of it, where it's just like, why are two of them on the end who weren't even hit by the trash can, just fell with the other two? Why are they down for the rest of the match?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, why are we doing all this downtime? Like, at least have something going on. At least do something. I don't know, man. It's just like,
I don't know,
there's
man.
a lot of downtime. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because like if I was playing this in a video game, and mainly when I play a lot of these 2K games, I like make all my custom characters. Like I would have a whole War Games match of a whole bunch of horror characters like Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, etc., so on. And I would want to go completely ballistic in that match. I would take as many weapons in there as I can. I would throw around people as much as I can. Maybe if I bloody up somebody, I will. This didn't really feel like that as well. Like you would think like, oh, it's a war games match. You think of war. What's the meaning with war? You know, going beyond what you need to in order to win the battle. And then and then it's just nap time. Like we're in kindergarten with the cots and stuff. Like you guys remember cots, like just sleeping on a cot in kindergarten.
You guys
like
had a cot?
Yeah,
You guys had a cot.
Yeah, that's like literally that's like literally how it felt. It's like just nap time, and you got like finishers being spammed, and it's ridiculous. It's like the meter. It's like, oh, you got like 5 finishers. It's like Marvel versus Capcom. You're just stacking up supers and just hitting them, and then apparently almost forgetting
that it happened many times.
Yeah, and then you're forgetting. Oh, we can't start the match until you get inside the fucking ring.
Yeah. Like
Now it just begs to the question, like right before we get to the, the speed round of just talking about these matches that happen. My question is, we need to move on from war games. War games don't need to happen. War games as a PAE part of it, where Hell in a Cell, table ladder and chairs, those need to be only exclusive. Whenever war games need to happen, could happen, should happen, but it should not be part of a POE no more, because Survivor Series should be on its own and stand as its own 2 feet without the concept or the stipulation of war games no more, because this is not needed.
I agree 100% with you with what you said right there, because when you think about war games, it's supposed to be placed at a certain point that makes sense. When you have it as a yearly event, it gets repetitive and it just feels like it needs to be there just because it's there. That's how it was with Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell, when you think of a concept like that, that's a way to end a feud, kind of like what we saw with like Cody Rhodes and Seth, or Drew McIntyre and CM Punk when they had their match. And then when you have war games, it should happen when it calls for it. Now it just feels like very empty. I don't really care about it as much anymore. And don't say the whole thing, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't pull that fucking shit with me. But it's like it just doesn't feel like it's needed. It just feels like you said it's forced, like force fed pretty much. And I just wish we would do something a little bit different. I mean, hell, just getting that thing on SmackDown where you had like the elimination concept. I mean, bring that back. That's what Survivor Series wants. And then maybe every 2 or 3 years, if you want to do war games again, that's fine if it calls for it. But like the whole point was getting a group of guys and another group of guys and then doing the whole elimination thing. Like that's what I loved. And then you also had the whole thing where it's like the Raw champion versus the SmackDown champion versus the NXT champion. And that gives the NXT champion a couple reps to run with the big guys. Like we definitely need a break from it. We definitely need a break from it. What about you, Watkins?
Like, okay, so this might have been the first year that I definitely felt that, okay, we're just forcing the war games. Because, like, last year, I was kind of fine with it because it's like, okay, we're building up for some other things with, like, Roman in the future with him and Punk and Paul Heyman. Okay, you know what? Fine, whatever. That's how we're building this one. Like, at least each war games match before this had a reason to exist, had some sort of, like, multiple storylines going forward. Like, and even before then, you had the stuff with like the Judgment Day when they were running wild on Raw and all that, with like Damian Priest having the Money in the Bank briefcase. Because hey, remember that whole thing? I think we were talking about that on here. I think that might have been when we were first starting. I think, I don't remember, but I just remember having the comment, man, it would be so cool if in the middle of War Games, Damian Priest had cashed in, because that was a story right there in itself. Like, hey, look, there's something right there. The whole bloodline stuff with them doing things and all. Like, each war games the past few years had a reason to exist. Okay, fine. It's the time of the year to do it. You know what? Fine. Let's do that. Okay, cool. This year felt the most force out of any of them, from both the men and the women's. And the women's has always been like that one has always felt forced every single year whenever we get to it, because we don't have a strict women's faction at all, ever, except for Damage Control, which, I mean, we know how that is right now. And with this year's build for it, we basically just forgot about the Kabuki Warriors versus Iyo and Rhea because, oh, we're going to make this all about AJ Lee and Becky Lynch now. We're going to make this all about Charlotte and Alexa, Charlotte with Rhea and all that, like, which they barely did. Like, who remembers that SmackDown we had where it's just like, oh, we're going to have Rhea and Charlotte talk. They barely talked. It was just Rhea being like, hey, I respect you.
It was a fucking
Yes,
One Piece
I'll team
chapter
with
that was
you.
done off screen. The
It wasn't even
conversation was
that.
off.
It
Yeah.
wasn't even no.
That
no,
was-
it was a One Piece episode from
Yeah.
Dressrosa. It was a
Dude.
Dressrosa episode.
Yeah,
Dude,
that could
If
work,
you know,
that
you
could work.
know.
Just like
Yeah.
some boring
Like-
RuneScape side mission. Like I was literally imitating. Like fucking Charlotte
Yeah.
was just looking at the camera saying, "Okay, I agree
Yes.
with you." And like I had an issue with that too because it's like you were showing us before that you didn't really like this girl. We didn't really get that much meat on the bone with that when you had that whole entire vignette segment.
Yeah. Yeah. And why was that even a vignette segment? But, you know, fuck me, I guess. Like, okay, cool. Let's just have the production team do all that bullshit. But yeah, but at least with the men's, there's at least potential. Like, you looked at the name on each men's side for this year. Oh my God, freaking stacked. This had potential to be like one of those like 2K bangers that you just have.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
Nothing.
it was
I
a
mean,
fucking
and
sleeper.
and don't get me wrong, when like Brock came out,
Oh, that was
fine.
cool.
That
Yeah.
that was actually cool. You know, him stepping out of the War Games cell and all that, attacking Roman and all that, like that was fine. That was cool. That added some story to it. But beyond that, I mean, not much. I hope Braun Breaker's fine after that one double team move.
Yeah.
Like hopefully
yeah.
your next fine, which I guess it is, since he was able to finish the match. I'm glad he got the pin, but
Oh yeah.
we'll talk more about the men's War Games match when we get to it. But it's just like, yeah, we need to do something more with War Games. Maybe some new tweak with it. I mean, I'll throw this out there. Maybe make the cage bigger so it surrounds the actual rings, so that way we're
I was
not doing
thinking
that
about that.
thing. Mhm.
Was it like that before? I thought the cage used
No.
to be outside of the ring where you had a bit of space, like it was for Hell in a Cell. I thought it used to wrap around it, not
No,
on
it would
top.
it would always be a thing because I remember a lot of the complaints last year for War Games was the fact that it was always the same. When somebody would come out, they go right to the apron, get their weapon, and get into the ring. They could easily fix all that by making the ring, or excuse me, making the cage around the ring. That way they could just get a weapon whenever the hell they wanted to, instead of like having to
Agree,
wait for it.
yeah.
Because I remember with especially the women's one, there was a point where I'm watching, I'm just like, where are the weapons at? Where's anything at? Like it took for them to get Logan Paul out there, who was the third guy for the heel team. It took him getting out there to get a freaking weapon out for the men's War Games, and it was only 2 chairs. Like,
Yeah, remember last year
I don't know, man.
also Iyo Sky was grabbing a trash can by like a chain, and
Mhm.
then that's how she grabbed the trash can outside of the cage to inside the cage. So like it's all process. Hopefully they learn their mistakes with this War Games. Hopefully they don't try to be
They won't.
shut in the
They won't.
ears. Hopefully they accept the criticism
Yeah.
without thinking like, oh, we did a great of numbers because we made 46,016 people in this stadium.
You'll
Broke numbers in Survivor Series.
you'll see it on the
Yeah.
recap on Monday. They're gonna like blaze up that
Oh yeah.
to the oblivion.
Yeah,
can't
they'll
lie.
they'll glaze the fuck out of this show.
Some of the edits they did in the video package, the War Games, the men's ones, was a fire edit though. That's one thing I would admit though.
Oh
It
yeah, no,
was-
no.
They went a bit above and beyond with that one. I'm like, okay, you guys are adding a bit extra more than what it is, but it was really nice edit.
Mm.
Well, again, they're not a wrestling company. They're not even a pro wrestling company. They're not even a sports entertainment company. They're just an entertainment company now. They don't give a shit about the in-ring work anymore. They seriously don't. All it is just production work and making a movie. And even that is getting bare bones at best. You guys they're scratching the surface of phase 4 MCU right now, and it's pissing me off. Like I can't sit through a show anymore and feel excitement almost. Like
Yeah.
even the pre-taped SmackDown stuff. I saw that stuff. I'm just like, why even watch? You know, I see what you
Yeah,
guys are doing. You know, and
I don't even
oh
watch
my
it or
god,
care to see it.
speaking of with the SmackDown things, hey, look, there's two factions that could have done War Games that would have made sense. Oh my god! Wait a minute. Wasn't that something I said a month ago? Holy fucking ass crackers! It's almost like people should fucking listen to me. But hey, you know what? Who am I
They
to
def
but
no.
some asshole on the internet? Like,
Hey, they definitely listen. Trust me.
oh yeah, they
They
listen.
did for sure.
They
I do want
listen.
to say that we did have a comment from TikTok because we're also live on TikTok for those that are watching the VOD.
Oh,
It said I was confused because why some people thought that Liv was gonna come back as a babyface. That's a good comment. That's a good comment because some people was confused about on the timeline. Some people was questioning, hey, girl probably should have betrayed Dom. Some good question there. So don't worry, we will hold
look,
off and answer that in the segment shortly.
Yeah, we'll
Dom.
eventually dive.
Yeah,
I know we are saving that to close out the show. You'll definitely get a good answer with that
yeah.
because I definitely do have a few things to say about that. I know you do as
That's a good
well.
option for the hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said in the
But
comment that Montez Ford in the hoodie.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if they were tall enough for Montez Ford because he's kind of a tall guy. But yeah, it's not a bad shout. But yeah, let's just get into these matches. Let's get
Yep.
into one that's going to be very quick, very easy to get through. Women's World Championship on the line. Stephanie Vaquer took on Nikki Bella. Stephanie Vaquer won in a competitive match. I did not give a shit about this match going in. I'm
Wait.
gonna be more blunt with you folks. Oh, wait, what do we have? What'd you got? What do you got?
Wait, did they say it was competitive? Did
No.
Oh,
No.
oh,
That's just me taking the piss.
I
In
know.
our
I
notes.
thought I wouldn't put it
Competitive.
past Michael Cole and
Oh,
Wade
wouldn't I?
Barrett saying something like that. But I had a feeling you were just taking a piss out of it. But
Yeah, now that this match okay, I won't say it sucked. It was fine. It was a fine match. I just didn't give a shit
it was
about
definitely
it.
fine.
But I already know the Bella army out there are having a meltdown, and you know what? Good, because you guys are stupid. I told you guys. I'm done being nice. I'm gonna start being more blunt with you folks.
So they're like the
You
Byler
guys are
stance.
delusional, thinking that Nikki Bella in 2025 was gonna be beating Stephanie Vaquer for the women's world title.
Wait, no way.
No.
Are you serious? You didn't? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh my god. Shocker. I know. No twin
Yeah.
magic tonight. No Brie Bella.
No.
Oh my god. That didn't happen.
Oh no.
I mean, the match
Look,
was happened.
I'm
Cool.
shocked that this was a 12-minute and 22-second match. Honestly, by the way, a big shout out to Cage Back because the reason I just want to shout them out and mention them because this match that is right now giving a 4.75 score for the match, and the whole POE is a 3.3, which I hella agree. At the moment because
Is that out of 5 or out of 10?
I think it's at 10.
Oh man. So about this match itself, what I will say about this before I pass it on to Vash is
Sorry.
I
got
love how
me.
John's trying to be like, let's just bring it
Sorry.
back.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna take it from you. But I'm like, yo, by the way, Drop, I don't got nothing to say. Like, this
You
match
good.
happened. It's
Oh,
a
yeah, no,
12-minute
I
match.
know.
I'm shocked it was longer. I don't got nothing to say.
we gotta feed him.
Walking
I'll try to
this.
feed him something.
Yeah.
Let's see. What can I feed them? Stephanie Vaquer is a great wrestler. I'm happy that she is the women's world champion. She definitely deserves it. So I'm glad she's in the position that she's in. And she's probably going to have a good 2026. I'm pretty confident in that, especially heading into WrestleMania. But it's like Drop said in his prediction video. It's like I've said with a lot of our coverages when we were talking about this whole entire match itself. Stephanie Vaquer was on a side quest. The side quest in itself was Nikki Bella. Side quest is over. She got that EXP points. Maybe she got a couple items that will help her on her journey when it comes to possibly maybe helping the sword a little bit. Maybe it gets a little bit stronger, can hit harder, things along the lines of that. But outside of that, I mean, she got one of the things that she could put right here now that she was able to beat a Hall of Famer. And that was pretty much like the whole message, or I can't say message, pretty much the whole goal here was to her having a big name under her belt as she
Yeah.
heads into 2026, because there's probably going to be other people that she's going to end up beating to make a name for herself. I mean, the biggest name that she has beaten so far in the main roster is not Nikki Bella, it's Iyo Sky. Just going to say that. But yeah, this was a match itself. And
Yeah.
trust me, guys, we
The one
wanted to
thing,
talk about it first. Otherwise, this one had been a quick fire segment.
the one thing I did forget to actually mention, Nikki Bella, can you fucking sell? Like, actually do your job to sell? Because that's one thing that I forgot to say. Is that she cannot sell that Devil's Kiss for nothing. And when she got to the mattress, to the
I
middle
saw
of the
that.
ring and get the Devil Kiss, she
Mhm.
just became more flatter during that spot. And I'm like, bro,
I noticed
you're
that.
like a fucking whalefish. Like, you're just flapping.
I
Like,
noticed that.
actually move your arms around.
Sandbagging.
And
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
what she.
bro,
That's
you
yeah.
can't
She was
sell.
sandbagging.
She
Like
was.
she
Yeah.
was. Yes. Like
Yeah.
she was not doing anything.
Yeah, I
to help.
actually noticed that too, because when she was on that table and she was hitting the Devil's Kiss on there, I know it frustrates Stephanie, because Stephanie has been frustrated before, because I remember her and Roxanne had a match of each other in NXT,
Yep.
and Roxanne wasn't selling it that well, and she got a little bit frustrated with her, and she was trying to guide her through, like, it's a simple concept. You just slam your hands down
Mhm.
back and forth.
Yeah.
And I obviously, they've had matches since then, and she obviously knows now.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Nikki Bella, I mean, she wasn't selling it at all. She was just taking it. And when she went to go do it again, I mean, it was like you guys said, it's like you're going fishing, you take the fish off the hook. Oh, God, it just drops in the boat. That's Nikki Bella, just flapping fish.
Yep.
100%.
The only other thing I have about this match is it seems like they're going to be building Stephanie Vaquer to be using the spiral tap more for her finisher.
Hey,
Because I mean, I'm fine with it. It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
beautiful when she does it.
Amazing.
Like,
I agree.
but it just, Nikki Bella kicking out of the SVB. What?
Yeah, that threw
What?
me off. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But hey, that
Cool.
happened.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what else happened is what our main event was, because forget this women's title match. We got our men's War Games match to talk about. We've got Team CM Punk taking on Team Heyman. That's right. I'm saying CM Punk's team because, like a true leader, stepping out there at the first, being the first one to be out there to step up against everyone that. Because even wait, no, that was Cody that said it to Heyman. The whole like, oh, you build him up, I'll knock him down. But CM Punk's got the same attitude as Cody, so it checks out. It's fine. But yeah, so I mean, Punk comes out first. He faces off against Bron in that first 5 minutes. Cool, great, awesome. Out comes Drew. I thought that was a great choice to start with, like Drew as the second person, to kind of have him and Punk have just a little bit of a moment to kind of revisit their little rivalry they had last year.
Hmm.
Cody Rhodes comes out. So again, I kind of do like having both champions out there at first. That was I think a good choice there. Logan Paul, then you had Jimmy Uso coming out, Bronson Reed coming out to help out with the vision, Jey Uso coming out to have another Yeet concert instead of getting ready for Brock Lesnar coming out. Cool, neat, awesome. Brock Lesnar destroys everybody. Out comes Roman Reigns so they can have their little hockey clash. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, the biggest talking point from this match, I think, is from this masked guy, because like this masked guy comes out, he climbs the ring, he takes out CM Punk, hits a stomp on him, leaves the ring, and then Braun Breaker hits a good old spear, 1, 2, 3, pins the world champion for the win. And yeah, there's a masked man afoot. And nobody knows who this could be. It could be Seth freaking Rollins for some people's care. It could be Austin Theory, because can't really think of anybody else around that could be doing it.
Yeah.
Hell, it could be what that one person said. It could be Montez Ford doing something. Who knows? I don't know. It just looked like you were wearing a bunch of bulky outfits out there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the Austin Theory train, because for one, there were reports about him possibly joining the Vision, which okay, fine, cool, neat. I do know that they were building up him up as a babyface, but I feel like since they've taken him off TV, he's kind of cooled down a little bit, which is something that WWE and Triple H likes to do with a lot of people. So I'm like, all right, cool, neat, fine, whatever. Plus, it gives him something good to do. And also, I'm sorry, I've said this for months now too. The Vision need a fall guy, and Austin Theory kind of fits that mold. So have him join the group because I'm sorry, I'm tired of Bronson Reed being the fall guy for the Vision.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be built up a lot more than what he's portrayed as, but that's just me in my humble opinion. Match was okay. It's okay, I guess. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, a bunch of spam finishes and all that, but Vash, what do you got about this? Who do you think, Vash, is the masked man?
I think it's Elmo.
Oh God, I hope.
Yo, Walker's trying to hold himself so bad.
Why is it Elmo?
I mean, hey, that'd be hype, bro. I'm sorry.
Yo,
I
no.
mean, it would be
You know
better
what?
than what they're probably gonna give us, but go ahead.
I mean, you
I
seen
want
it-
you to-
Got you.
you seen
I
how-
got you here.
give me
I got
give
you
me
here.
your best
Yeah, I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
explanation
You
of why it's Elmo.
You
I
see,
want-
I want you
Shout
to
out to-
cook me a fine
You know what?
meal.
look what he
A
did
big
at
shout out.
look what he did a couple months ago on X.
Okay, a big shout out to our friend Aniki Snatch. I'm gonna go power scaling like he's been doing on his TikTok about Dora the Explorer. I'm a power scale Elmo, bro. Elmo, he's the G. He's Luffy. He could perceive himself
Oh yeah,
in different dimensions, in
Yeah.
different height as well. That's why I believe he is the masked man because remember, Seth Rollins don't got an arm, so he can climb. So the puppet master and Elmo could both of them climb also the tower of the cage and out of the cage and do the court stomp.
yeah. I got a good prediction too. So
Ooh.
you know how we saw him hit the stomp on Seth Rollins. So obviously this person has something against CM Punk. I should phrase it like that. And we know that he was protecting Braun Breaker. And we know Braun Breaker is known as the dog, right? So what if it's John Wick? Could easily be John Wick, and maybe he got a little bit bored, wanted to take part in WWE, do something a little bit different, and maybe he's going to be joining Division soon. Because I mean,
that's the new version of the Boogeyman. Remember that
Yeah.
we had in the Boogeyman WWE? That's a new persona. It comes full
See?
circle.
yeah, could be John Wick. So we got John Wick, we got Elmo, we got Austin Theory.
It could be Big Bird too.
Boogeyman?
Yeah,
Boogeyman? Look, if we're
Yeah.
bringing cartoon logic into all of this, I'm gonna say Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, and the reason being is because he had a pebble in his shoe.
yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Look, chat. On all seriousness, with all the jokes, with all the jokes.
What are you talking
out
about?
of
We're
the
being
way.
100% serious right now.
Oh hell
All
yeah.
right, cool. Let's go next one. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool for One Piece because he's sort of
Nah,
hockey.
that ain't no Katakuri. He wasn't 15 feet tall.
Oh.
Nah.
Nah, but
Nah,
look,
if it was anybody, it was Helmeppo. Body
Helmeppo, I
fits.
see.
Body fits.
The body fits, yes, I see it. The core stomp and everything. But look, I really am curious to see what Triple H is going to be planning for this masked man. I know he was happy in the back. Like, I'm sure the fandom will love this masked man storyline. I'm sure they will enjoy this. They're going to speculate for the next couple of days. On Monday, we're going to review it, and they're going to blow their
Yeah,
minds.
It's the
Who
next.
it was.
It's the next mystery story, like they did with Jade Cargo, like several months ago.
And like what's happening, it happened around the same time of last year, October, November to now.
Yeah.
Next type of mystery. What happened now? Who's the person to attack? And I'm like, bro, it's not that
I-
serious. But hey,
I will
like,
say,
am I excited
yeah.
to try to break it down? Yeah,
Mhm.
could it be Ethan Page? Could it be Austin Theory? Look, chat. Is it fun to kind of do the speculation? Yes. But the reason that I just don't give a fuck of who could it be is that whoever they show us, it depends on the execution. Because we already have Brock Lesnar. We have Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. We have all these star power. They needed a sixth person
Yeah.
just to step in and help them out to execute this W and to protect Braun Breaker. What is it that they needed to actually help them
Yeah.
resolve this? Is what I'm curious to. Like, you had the beast
Gotcha.
Brock Lesnar that you couldn't even execute without this to get the extra help.
Yeah.
I don't know. So like that's what I'm more curious. Like, cool. Who's the person? We're gonna find out who is this Pokemon because it's definitely not Pikachu.
Yeah.
It's a Hitmon League. Gotcha.
I will say this though, whoever it does end up being, if it's an Austin Theory, especially if it is him, because I know that's the popular name going around, so you might as well just throw
Mhm.
that in the basket. I'm hoping whatever they do with him, if he is indeed the guy, I'm hoping it's a good thing. I'm hoping it's something that actually benefits him and actually do something. Otherwise, I mean, you're just wasting our time because Austin
Yeah.
Theory is a guy that I see a lot in, and unfortunately, he hasn't been put in the position to really grow from that based on the creative behind it. So, if it is indeed him, I'm hoping they have some sort of plan.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we can hope for. And like Vash said, and like we always say on here, execution is key. It's fine if that's going to be the thing. Just how are you going to do it? How are we going to get there? Why is Gamora? You got to ask and answer all of these questions
Mhm.
in order for us to truly and fully understand and to
Wow.
truly and fully back your product. Because, hey, if the execution sucks, what the hell are we doing then? Like, again, phase 4 MCU, She-Hulk,
But I have
whatever
a
you want to
question.
say.
Are we
I hate
excited
those
for what they
things.
tease? Are we excited for what they tease after the Roman and Cody round 3 possible future?
No,
I wish they teased it during the match.
no,
That would have been nice.
no. I'm sorry, I'm not interested in that whatsoever. I love both of those guys. The first and second match made a lot of sense. We don't need a third one. You're just like overstuffing us at that point. You could be more creative than that. You could have Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk next year. Punk doesn't have the title. There's a lot of other avenues that you can go down. I mean, hell, you could even have Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker because you've been teasing that forever. There's a lot of other things you could do besides Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns again, if that is indeed the case, because then I'm going to look at you and be like, we're running it back again. Don't even get me started on this men's tournament for the last time is now. We'll touch on that on Monday about what the possible finals is going to be for that. But I personally, yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't want to see it either. And I don't want people saying again, oh, don't watch it. Like, that's not the point. It's just repetitive. But yeah, I don't want to see this again. Not saying it's bad, but I mean, we've seen it. What's the true meaning behind it? I want my title back. We're even now. I don't want that. But one thing I will say, just to end off my thoughts, and then obviously give it to you guys so you can wrap up, is when it comes to the match itself, I mean, it was a match. It was stacked. I'll give it credit for that. I caught you red-handed, pun intended, with your brass knuckles, Logan. And Roman Reigns also did as well, and he actually took some good use in it because you're allowed to do things like that.
Gloves.
Yeah. Caught you red-handed, pun intended.
Oh man. So I actually do want to touch on the Cody Roman thing because I don't fully agree with you. I would say
Oh, that's fine.
not for next WrestleMania. Maybe the WrestleMania after that. Like, give us a little bit more breathing room to kind of lead up to it.
That's basically how I feel. Like 42 next year, just throwing it in there. That's my issue with it.
Yeah, maybe 43, 44 realm, but
46,
like
47.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe not that far. Like that would be a little too long, I think, to kind of get to it. Maybe I would say the latest 45, and that's really because that's a milestone year.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at that point, the story going into that is just both of them like actually proving, okay, we had the first match where shenanigans happened, even though it was a basic, it was a basic match, singles match, whatever, even though there was interference. Second match you have bloodline rules match, you know, all the shenanigans, all the cinema and all that bullshit. Cool, neat, awesome. The third match is the true and tried definitive edition. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we need to settle this score now. We need to do this now and once and for all put that nail in the coffin. Who is actually better? Who is actually the bigger man and all that? But I would agree, not at 42.
Yeah, that's
At
my
the
only issue.
yeah, at the earliest 43, at the latest 45, because I think they could do a lot more to kind of build more, especially with Roman,
Yeah.
because he's getting better as a babyface. I'll say that. He's still like the selfish Roman. He's still like that tribal chief. Like he's still that part, but he is getting a little bit more mellow, I guess, in a way. Because like as we saw at the end of this match, he actually helped CM Punk out. He gave him a fist bump, shook his hand. It was just like, okay, you know what, fine, cool, whatever. But you know, he walked away from Cody, just like, you know, fuck you, Cody. So he's at least kind of accepting a little bit more from other people. Whereas with Cody, he's just like, yeah, fuck you, dude. But like, I wish we got more in the match for that. And that's the thing that I was kind of talking about, like, as we were getting this build for it, is like you have the opportunity to, like, you know, yes, tease your WrestleMania 42 main event. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. You're gonna do that. Do it during the match. Have that power struggle during the match. That's why, like, as much as I didn't, there was a part of me that like didn't mind not having the shark cages on the stage.
Yeah, I was fine
Part of
with
me was
that.
like, okay, you know what? Fine. We're doing a different thing with it. Okay, cool, neat, whatever. But like, there's a little part of it missing, and that was the banter we had from it. Because like from a couple war games that we had, like the Bloodline one we mentioned earlier, I think it was like 22 or 20. It was 22.
Yeah.
Where Roman stopped Jimmy from going in and told Sammy to go in to kind of make Sammy prove himself to the bloodline. Okay, cool. Last year we had it where he stopped CM Punk going in and Sammy went in instead. So like just simple things like that, or even like going even way back with like the with one of the women's ones from NXT when Dakota Kai and what's her face had their falling out. Like Dakota Kai like was going to the ring, then she turned around and attacked Tegan Knox. And
Yeah.
we had like that turn going on. So like you kind of miss that storytelling element when you don't have the shark cages. But again, it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, I was fine with it as well, but you kind like you got to make up for it in the match by doing your storytelling in there. But like see, this is why it just boggles my mind how they're just like, oh yeah, we're all about storytelling, we're all about this and that. Like, oh, the wrestling in ring, oh, that takes second nature to our storytelling. The match itself is the storytelling aspect too, and you've got to do stuff with that as well. You can't just ignore it. And if you're gonna just sit there and ignore it during during a match that you could really do that with, then what the hell are we doing here then? Like, what is your cinema then? Oh, is it just the backstage segments and the promo work? No, that's only like 60% of it. The other 40%, and that's being very generous too with that 60%. Like, that's 60% of the work because that's getting me invested in the match. The other 40 is the match itself. And tonight, this shit did not do that. It did not live up to the expectations, and it did not give me the reason for wanting that Cody Roman match at 42.
No. And they better not have any plans of doing a triple threat either, because I mean, fuck, don't even get me started with that. I have two more.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Vash would know about that.
Oh
Yeah, Vash, what's your boy doing?
Well, both
Is he going to get involved again?
Nah, what I see him doing is taking a nap as well during the women's war game match.
Mm. Yeah.
They actually on
Yeah.
TikTok, hey, sorry, just got here. What do you think was under the hoodie in this man's war games match? We already gave our predictions of what were the options. Like we said, could be Austin, it could be probably Javon Evans, probably it could be Ethan Page, probably could be Elmo.
Javon Evans?
Yeah,
None of us said. Where did Javon Evans come from, sir? What? Nani?
It could
What?
probably be the Big
It
Bird.
wasn't even on the list.
Yeah,
It
I believe
wasn't
it
even
was.
on the list.
Yeah, I
Elma
believe it was
was
good
on the
yesterday early.
list.
You know,
I believe it was
Elma
good
was
yesterday
on the
early.
you know
list.
somebody I was thinking of, even though I'm not. How tall did that person look, by the way?
I'd have to go back. I'd have to go back and look.
Do you recall how tall that?
5'10". I
Please,
think 5'10" as well.
if you
I
Okay,
s-
would say.
I'm
if you
I'm
say
I- I'm
if you
not.
say
Who?
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna
Go
say
ahead.
Trick Williams.
Damn, I was gonna say it. I was gonna say Turk Williams. I was like, oh, but like there's a part of me like in my mind, I'm just like, is he tall enough?
Yeah, that's why I was asking because I know
Yeah.
he's a pretty tall
So
dude, but
It's like, mm-hmm.
the person that responded, like, I heard people saying Montez or Theory. I just don't know how it could be Montez, which I do agree the Montez. But I
Yeah.
was gonna say Trick Williams was a good one because we did say Trick Williams being an option before they added Brock and Drew before. So we did say that Trick would have been a good option. So if Trick gets added, I have no problem since he doesn't need NXT right now. Like just have him move up. Like
but
just
yeah,
bring him up.
did
Do what
everything he
last time he did.
possibly could anyway.
And they're
Yeah.
engaged now, so hey, it's easy up there. Just pass
Also
that over.
tough.
Mhm.
Hey,
And
there's some good news
congratulations.
to come out of the past couple days.
And plus, he did tweet saying that, hey, I hope he didn't bring the ring to the ring.
Well, she probably should have, so they could win. But as Vash was alluding to, hey, let's talk about that women's war games match, shall we? Or as I also like to call, I hope that snore came through. But anyways, yeah. So starting the match off, we got Charlotte and Asuka. Then we had Iyo coming out, Becky, which I do like that little aspect where we had Becky and Charlotte kind of eyeing each other, kind of revisiting their old history. So hey, that was a cool little moment right there. We had Alexa coming out to even the odds a little bit. Kairi Sane came out. AJ Lee, which I'm surprised she wasn't the last one for her team,
Same.
but
Yeah,
that's fine too. Kind of the same with Nia Jax. Like I figured Nia Jax would be the last one, but I'm also pleasantly surprised with the direction they went too. Rhea Ripley comes out with a trash can and multiple weapons. Where again, like I said earlier, when I asked the question, "Where are the weapons?" Oh, Rhea has all of them. Cool, great. Thank you, Mrs. Clown, for all of your hard work for getting all that trash ready for getting into the ring and all that. And of course, Lash Legend being the last one coming out. This whole build for this part, I feel like was mainly built to make Lash Legend look like a absolute monster because she basically took out the whole face team
yeah,
by herself. And even Rhea
Yeah.
had a big struggle with it when she came out. And it wasn't until Asuka hit the mist on her that she was really effectively taken out of the match. But we got to do the Iyo Sky trash can stunt. Cool, neat, awesome. I don't understand why two of them went down when they weren't hit by the trash can, but I guess collateral damage. I guess there was a shockwave after that. I
It was
sure.
a tsunami.
I have Enma right here. I have Enma right here. An
Like
old
the after
Enma
effects.
before.
Like the quake is. Like the quake. It just has the
Yeah,
slow after effects that builds up.
yeah. But Becky eats all the faces, finishers. It taps out to AJ Lee's move, which oh wait, hold on.
it was
Am I
executed
getting
a
a phone
lot
call right
better.
now? Hold on. Hi, yes, this is Watkins. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're telling me that I called it? Oh, yeah. That's right. All right, cool. Yeah, because I called that freaking finish during my damn predictions. Yeah, of course. It was written in the stars. It was written in the snow, in the proverbial yellow snow that you all love to see and eat and taste when it comes to the winter season. That's right. AJ Lee made Becky Lynch tap out yet again, which the crash out on Twitter is
Mm.
oh so glorious from Becky Lynch. I love it. And I love how Jessica Carr was part of that too. So I'm building just more up with the referee stuff. What do you
Hopefully,
guys think of this snooze fest of a match? Because it
hopefully
didn't get good until Rhea came in.
the Jessica Card thing gets executed one day in the future, probably by next year, 2026 or 2027. Hopefully that actually comes to fruition because we have heard the rumors that she's also like a wrestler when they do their live shows, or she's doing the at the PC. That's one thing I want to point out. So hopefully that is the case, because this has been too much fun
Mhm.
seeing that the same ref in every match of Becky Lynch is always just, it has to be just like a car. It's just like, yo, you got the building does. Hopefully it, gets played out one day. However, when it comes to this match, I was asleep taking naps until Rhea came out. And I thought AJ was going to be the last one as well. Sorry, I was fully locked in when AJ came out. I thought AJ was going to be the last one, like Watkins said. I'm shocked that Rhea was, but makes sense. Star
Hmm.
power, but, AJ has the same. She has more of, the nostalgic and everything. But when it comes to Lash Legend, I was impressed that she was also last one. I thought I would have been impressed that Lash Legend that they, but the commentary made a point to say, hey, this is her main roster like appearance, is the way that she's gonna put her dominance. So they're trying to speak that high value stock, just trying
Mhm.
to trying to implement that, hey, this is how big she is, this is how we're gonna execute her. And they did well. I feel like now that she look as strong, look as powerful, let's see what she does for the next couple weeks, maybe mid card, IC, US, those are options. So let's see how that goes in the future. But for this match itself, the phase one, call it a day, and then we just go home. That's all I got.
Yeah. Hopefully not the U.S. title, because well, that seems to be already preoccupied with a women's champion. No, no, never mind. No, we're not talking. We're not talking about that now, Watkins. We're not talking about that. Women's War Games match. Drop. Did you enjoy this match all the way through, or was it a certain part where you finally got locked in, like me and Vash?
The only part I got locked in is when Iyo jumped off with the trash can. After that,
So the ending.
I was locked out because
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
like the thing is, it's like I had high hopes for this match mainly because it was very stacked in terms of who was involved here, and I really wish there was more that they could have possibly done here. I just felt like there was a lot left on the table. There could have been multiple things you could have done here. Like you could have set up Rhea and Io with the Kabukis a little bit more here. You could have done a little bit more with Charlotte and Alexa, with Nia and Lash Legend. Like, sure, they were interactive with each other here and there, but obviously those are the storyline to those ladies, and obviously that's the next move for them moving forward. So you could have done a lot more with that. Because if you look at the way it's structured, like we talked about before we headed into this match, Rhea and Io have beef with the Kabukis. Okay, take those four out. Charlotte and Alexa and Nia and Lash. Nia and Lash wanted to start problems. Okay, you could take those four out, and then of course the ones you have left is Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. And like you said, AJ Lee put her in a Black Widow, which was executed very well, a lot better than how it was
Mhm.
during
The last time, yep.
during the last time we saw it. And we ended up getting AJ Lee getting a 2-0 with Becky Lynch now. So obviously that has to lead to something sooner or later. And we'll see how that turns out. Exactly. Is it going to be bragging rights? Is like, well, what else is going to get involved here? That's my next question, because I'm not upset that Maxine Dupree is IC champion, but this would have been a perfect feud to elevate that title if Becky still was.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Just I just don't get it, man. Like, with as stacked as this women's War Games match was, it was just kind of sloppy at first.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of like almost missed moves, like missed strikes and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of strikes look like crap. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I I hate being like that, but like if I can tell, like, because that's the thing, this is all a simulated fight. Let's be honest with ourselves here. But it's like, if you can't even simulate the fight correctly, if I know it's a fight, like or excuse me, if I know it's a play, you're gonna suck me right out of it. But if I'm like invested, like if you bring me into your world and make me feel like, oh, I am watching this play, I am understanding that this is the Wicked Witch of the West, I understand that this is Glenda the witch and all that, like, oh, you're actually like bringing me into this story, like I'm not watching a play, I'm actually like watching a production, I'm actually watching like a story, I'm actually like sucked into the story. Oh, great, cool. Then I don't feel like I'm watching a play. Kind of the same when it comes to wrestling. Like if you make the action look a little better, look a little more decent, actually make it look like, oh, she kind of actually did throw an elbow that actually did kind of hurt. Yeah, then I'll be more invested in your product, in your match and all that. And like that's why I brought up the whole like blood and guts thing from AEW. Like you take the women's side from that, Jesus Christ, it's like night and day when it came to these two kind of matches. And again, I understand, two different companies, two different styles that they're doing and all that, but it's just like it's matches like this that really kind of make me look at comments that people make online where it's like, oh, WWE is just oh, what is the terminology they use? It's something about like they're a parody of pro wrestling. And it's like, as dumb of a statement that is, it's kind of matches like these where I'm just like, they might be onto something here. Like, like I'm not gonna fully believe that, but it's just like, you guys kind of it's hard to defend against that when you have matches like this where it's just like I can tell that you're like holding back a punch or holding back an elbow or something. It's just like a lot of that was just bad. But I mean, once Rhea got in there, what? I'll give it when AJ got in there because AJ looked good when she went in there. This was her first War Games match and all that, so I thought she did pretty good in the match itself. So I won't knock her too much because her stuff seemed fine from what I got to see and all that. But oh my god, everything else, man, I'm just like, can we do something? Can we land a little harder? Like, it looks like you're just wrestling a teddy bear right now in your basement. And I'm not speaking from experience.
Hmm.
Where is he?
Crazy.
Was he playing with
Crazy.
Elmo and Big Bird? Maybe
Nah,
they're the
nah.
true powers.
It was actually a teddy bear, almost as big as that Pikachu back there. Fun fact. Almost. It was a little bigger, but I could actually DDT it.
Oh, there you go.
True lore, chat.
Oh, true lore.
You
True
got your
lore.
walk-ins lore.
Yeah. Do y'all have anything else with this? I mean,
No, I don't really have much. I'm just hoping, and I say that very lightly because when I say things like that, normally it doesn't happen. But I'm just hoping that there's some sort of clear direction for these ladies moving forward. Like, hopefully, we start kicking things into gear. If it's the next
mhm.
step for their characters, if it's the next step for the feuds, what does it mean when it comes to that said feud they're in, and what are they going to gain from it? I'm just really hoping we know what's going on once we hit Monday and once we hit Friday, because obviously, you
Yeah.
got a couple Raw girls and SmackDown girls teaming together. Now they're going their separate paths on their own shows. Let's see where things go from there. That's all I really want to see beyond this.
Mhm. All right.
Well,
All right.
all I got to say about this is that, hey, Chad, we're about to jump into our last segment. Let us know if you have any questions for the Liv Morgan stuff and the Dominic stuff with John Cena. Because for those that watch on TikTok and YouTube, let us know if you have any last questions for the show. Because for this, it was a 17-minute match. So let's find out how much are we going to be on this match itself.
Mm. Yes, because the Intercontinental title was on the line as John Cena makes his final PLE entrance, his final PLE match against dirty ass Dom Mysterio. And you know what? Match was okay. It was at least in the sports entertainment aspect of it, it was better than their Raw match. I'll say that when it comes to like in ring action and moves and all that stuff. Eh, I'm glad Dom's fine. Like he pulled off that Hurricane Rana to the outside, and I feel like he got that idea because of what happened to Penta this past week. So hopefully you're fine, Penta. By the way, from that injury that you sustained. But yeah, Dom feigns an injury, like a shoulder injury and all that. And while the refs all distracted, checking on Dom and having the doctors out there and all that, not Rhea. Um, man, if it was Rhea, oh, that would be cool. No, Raquel and Roxanne both hit their finishers on John, who is a dense guy, especially when you have Roxanne hitting a pop rocks on him, and it actually looked really good. I'll say that much. Like, oh my god, that looked great.
It looked
They get thrown
amazing.
out though. They get thrown out though. Ref gets knocked down. Out comes JD and Finn, who try to beat up on John Cena, but they kind of fail on that part. So who's going to help Dom out now? It's a returning Liv Morgan, who misses a slap from Dom. And at first, I was going to be like, okay, come on, people. Like, after that women's War Games match with a bunch of other missed strikes, I'm like, come on, people. But hey, that was a big old swerve. And I'm not talking about that Strickland kind. Nah, because after a big old jumping hug from Liv, she pulls a John Cena, gives a nasty look into the camera, takes him right to Dick Kick City, and dirty ass Dom Mysterio is able to hit his moves of doom, his own 619, his own frog splash, 1, 2, 3. Once again, the IC champion. And you know what? I'm glad we're back to the status quo with Dom with the IC title. I'm glad it was Liv coming back to help him for that. I think that definitely does add to the story that they're going to be telling with, like, hopefully the breakup of the Judgment Day, and hopefully we can actually move that story along now that Liv is back. But yeah, I mean, I was thoroughly sports entertained. I'll say that much. Match quality aside, fine, cool, neat. What you guys think of this?
So when it comes to me, I'm happy that she's back because she was definitely needed. She looks like she definitely, got that muscle on her now because I did see her during the Stranger Things season 5 premiere because she was attending
Mhm.
that. So she looks really good, by the way. She also has a new tattoo on her neck, which is also pretty cool too.
I thought I noticed something.
Yeah. And my question here, like moving forward, is I'm hoping and I'm praying that we dive into a storyline with her and Roxanne because I feel like you definitely need to
Mhm.
hit that because she came into the picture right after Liv Morgan was, taken off of television, everything. Like she was there at the start, Liv knew who she was and everything, but she really started coming full circle after she left. So what I'm hoping and praying to see is exactly how they're going to evolve that, like how they're going to take it to the next level, because I feel like you definitely need to touch on that. You need to touch on things that happened when she wasn't there and everything. Because I am
Mhm.
one of those people that will say that I can't say I necessarily saw her coming back as a baby face, but I also didn't really expect her to help out Dom. Like I still expected Dom to win the match and everything, and you could have still done that even without her coming back. But I just felt like I don't know. I'm just hoping there's certain things are addressed when it comes to exactly like her current role in the Judgment Day now, because it kind of seems like they just moved on without her, and everything that she
Mhm.
built before is like gone, and Judgment Day is pretty much meaningless now. So that's all I'm hoping for, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see them doing like a couple segments, kind of having like Raquel, because I feel like she'll be like the bridge between Liv and what the Judgment Day have been doing, especially with Roxanne, because Roxanne's kind of been trying to step up within the group. So I could feel like a lot of tension between Liv and Roxanne coming up, and Raquel being the mediator, being like, "Hey, hold on, she played her role fine and all that stuff. Maybe having them split from the boys or something. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go down or how they're going to like twist it and all that. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. when it comes to that. Like at least execute it fine and explain the reasonings and all that. But what about you, Vash? What you think about everything and Liv's big return to WWE?
Well, I would say, hey, Suplex City on TikTok, we're not whining. We're actually giving a reasoning of how we feel. The people online are whining because they're not giving no reasoning and they're just complaining. So there's a difference. Just saying, understandable. However, when it comes to
Oh,
this match, a big shout out to our friends that were watching on Discord. That were, showing them the match and they was chiming in about it. One of good friends' memory. It's hilarious when you watch with casual friends, casual audience,
Mhm.
when they themselves could tell that the product or what we're watching is a piece of shit. With all the shenanigans that's going around. John Cena last PLE match, yes, he put Dom over in his hometown. Awesome, great. What I didn't expect was to be like this night itself to be like a finisher centric, like just finisher of everyone. Just like,
yeah.
hey, we already loaded our
Mhm.
finisher.
Mm.
We're gonna just get it done. Boom, the Roxanne and everything, and it just felt very redundant.
Mhm.
Entertain, yes, but was it felt like all right, cool? Pop rocks, Raquel finisher, boom. Finn, JD. It just felt like a lot of things back and forth. Still entertaining, like I said. However, having Liv come back, that was awesome. I would say I knew she was coming back because obviously, chat, if y'all didn't know, the WrestleMania, the woman promotional, there was somebody that they left out. They cut the shot early. Also, if you haven't been on the timeline on TikTok, her Uber driver also posted her being recorded on her WrestleMania stuff when they were here in New York. Additionally, a month,
See,
uh,
man, that's when those NDAs need to be signed. You
yes.
know,
But can
like
you really have an Uber driver sign knowing that she's the one that requested it for her to go to the airport? That's the Uber driver fault, and he just wants to get some type of social media clip. So that's we can't really
fuck that
control that.
dude.
100%, 100%. But
Yeah.
the additional thing is that we know a month ago in October or like sometime in October, Dom and Liv has some type of promotional campaign going on that is going to be releasing sometime very soon. So I knew
Mhm.
that all right, Liv has to come back soon sometime because she already has been recurring for the past 6 months. We know that like Drops said earlier, we saw her at the premiere of Stranger Things, so we knew that she's been in good condition. She is wearing no brace, so she's bound to happen soon. All right, cool. She came back tonight. Did I think that she was gonna still be a heel? Yes. I just didn't think she would still be in line with Dom, knowing that he hasn't called her from what we know. He hasn't really kept a relationship from what we know as the audience being told on TV. So I just think they were not on the same page. But Michael
Mhm.
Cole, he'd be saying, oh my God, I were Romeo and Juliet. The love never stops. Is love in the air? I'm like, Michael Cole, Michael Cole. I thought there was Bonnie and Clyde. Pick one. Is it Romeo and Juliet or Bonnie and Clyde references? Can you stick
I
with
mean,
one?
tomato potato. You know.
True. It's like which one we're going for? Is it Joker Harley Quinn here? Are we going with the Bonnie and Clyde, the Romeo and Juliet?
Mhm.
Like which type of references of the relationship are we going with at this point? Because like with Bonnie and Clyde, I saw that. I saw what they was trying to do. With Romeo and Juliet, like Dom was not really part of or lived a part like of a faction house to really kind of show that. So overall, I'm happy for Liv. She's back. Interesting where they're going to the direction with Dom. Wasn't not that he has the IC title, not that he has the Triple A title. I'm glad that they gave spot towards that a good five
Mhm.
times, so they brought that up. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as they explain a few things on Monday, which I'm fairly confident they will, because God, do they love their backstage Judgment Day segments?
Oh yeah.
Uh, in their little clubhouse and all that stuff. Like they love doing those. So I do expect something on Monday to even like just start the rest of this story. Excuse me, folks. Oh my gosh. Oh, those are those ribs I ate today. Um uh where was I going with that? Yeah. So as long as we get like some sort of backstage segment with them, talking just a little bit, maybe, hinting at, okay, here's where we're going moving forward. Fine, cool, neat. Cause yeah, I just need the follow through, just need everything to land as it does, and we'll be fine with it. But I think the biggest question here is, how do you guys feel about this being John's final PLE match? Because I know
It was trash.
I did see some online chatter about it being, as Vash just said, kind of trash and all that. Oh, this was his last PLE match. Okay, why are we going out like this? And again, I could see, the criticism behind it. I could see all that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I at least was entertained. I at least was satisfied with the outcome, because I did want Dom to walk out with the IC title. I'm fine with that, at
I would
least,
say
and
this:
because I know John's an entertainer at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
the two worst matches of John of this year was the one in WrestlePalooza, and I hated that I had to say it, and the one in Survivor Series. Those were the two worst matches of this year for John for me, and it sucks that it had to be on a POE that they brought back, and a POE that they thought that it would be hype and good, and it was very lackluster for me. So these two matches was the worst one of John Cena in his farewell tour. Very
What
lackluster.
about what about WrestleMania
That one with Cody wasn't bad.
with
It was
Travis Scott?
okay, okay. The moment definitely ruined it, but the match wasn't bad. The moment definitely got ruined, but the match wasn't bad.
Thank God we got the sequel at SummerSlam because I blew that match out of the water. That's what that match should have
Yeah.
been at WrestleMania. But
Yep.
yeah, it's like the match itself, I expected it to be the way it was, like with all the shenanigans involved and everything, because that's just been Dominik Mysterio with a lot of these matches. That's just the whole gimmick
Mhm.
behind the character. So I understood that completely. I was, I guess I could say, hoping before we obviously got to this early in this year when I knew that this was going to be the last PLE for John Cena to have his match. I was hoping for something like more up there for him because he does
Mhm.
deserve that as like a final match on at least a PLE because obviously his final match is next month. But he likes giving back, just like how he's going to be giving back next month when it comes to NXT talent being involved on the show outside of him having his final match. So this is just him giving back, and this also gives Dirty Dom some momentum moving forward for the rest of his career because now he has
Mhm.
on his resume, I beat John Cena.
Yep. And he earned that big ol' Audino portion of EXP from John Cena by beating John Cena, because who
Really?
that was a
Oh,
great
yeah.
little boost for him. I am excited to see what NXT talent are going to be there for Saturday night's main event, since I will be there, and that's in like 2 weeks. Fun fact, like
Yeah,
Cena's final match is in 2 weeks,
that's
and
crazy.
we're finishing up the tournament next week, because yeah, apparently they're doing the
Oh yeah, you're
semifinals,
right.
and
Yeah,
apparently
wow.
Michael Cole last night said that the finals are going to be on SmackDown coming up. So
Oh, okay.
y- looking forward to next week's conversations.
To the most
It's
obvious
going to be
one,
great.
the most boring one.
Mm, hate to be wrong over there, don't you, with that logo behind you?
Look,
But hey, that's nice.
I'm just hoping to hear the word "yeah" to be the winner. I'm just
I
hoping.
mean, hey,
That would be nice. I again, like I've said before, I would like that as well. I would love that as well.
I could say it being a 50-50 if it does end up being both of those guys. It could go either way.
Yeah. However, the final is probably going to be the rematch that everyone's expecting, and it's like, can we not? Can we not do that match again? But no, that's for next week conversation. That could be shelved for next week. That could be shelved for Monday for us to bitch and moan and gripe about how
Mhm.
we might be getting that rematch again. But whatever, that's besides the point. This match itself, sports entertainment at its most sports entertainmenty, cool, neat, awesome, fan flipping tastic. And with that out of the way, we've kind of reached the end of the show, because yeah, there was not much to go off when it comes to Survivor Series. At least on like a surface level kind of thing. Like, yeah, there were some things to kind of dive into a little bit here and there, but like overall, not SmackDown, Survivor Series is just kind of a letdown. It did not live up to expectations. In ring work was again mediocre at best. At a lot of times, there were maybe a couple good spots, but even then, it's just kind of bare bones at all. And I can't remember if Job said this on screen or if it was as we were getting ready. This is not one to rewatch. I would not be going back to this one, even just to put it on to fall asleep to. Like I would not have it on
No.
even
Oh,
then.
I would,
Like
because this was a good
no,
sleeping match. This was a good sleeping segment. I was asleep
I
very
would
fast.
not give it the views. I would not give it the views. But Vash, what you think of the night overall?
I would say that we also had an interesting comment on our TikTok. Rizzo said this was 100% Logan's ideas. This is from the men's match. Everybody looks shocked except him. He's going to reveal that Theory to the Vision on Monday, and they're going to kick Logan out, and Theory is a new member.
You know that would be funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie, that would be funny as hell.
Imagine you're a team member and you try to bring
Oh,
somebody
great.
new to the team, but then you get kicked out from the team, but the new member that joins the team replaces you. That would be funny as hell.
I
I
always
mean, that
look.
sounds like Judgment Day.
Yeah. I mean, I always looked at this thing with Logan Paul just for Survivor Series. I never really thought he was a part of the Vision. It was just,
Yeah.
oh, hey, I'm with you guys for Survivor Series, and then I'm going to be parting ways and doing my own things. So,
It could be one of those things where he thinks he's part of the group and he's just like, yeah, I tried to do this to help the group. And just like what Vash was reading off with that that little prediction, that little fantasy booking, I guess, is like, oh yeah, you brought this guy to us. Great, awesome. You can leave though. We'll keep him though. He's fine. He's cool. He matches the vibe. Like
yeah,
he passes the vibe check.
definitely
He says
benefit
a
from
vibe
it,
check.
hopefully.
Hey, it
Yeah.
works out. We don't like you, but we like him. So
Yeah.
you're out. He's in.
Yep.
But this was a boring PLE. I will not be watching. Wifey, I don't know if she was entertained fully, but I know she wasn't because she was here and there. She was on her phone, doom scrolling. So she wasn't fully locked in like myself. But hey, we'll review it. Um, chat when we do our top 5 PLEs for the year, or the things that me, Watkins, and John will be talking for this coming week to record and plan for the month of December. I know for
Mhm.
sure already the answers of, if Watkins tells me, hey, have your 2 worst PLEs of the year or top 3 worst PLEs of the year, I already know it's Survivor Series and WrestlePalooza. 2 worst PLEs of this year. Easy.
I love how you hate the name WrestlePalooza, but man, doesn't it just keep coming up every
Yes.
single show? It doesn't it keep
I've already said
coming
it three
back to
times
haunt
already
you?
within this one stream. I don't want to say anything else, but
I've
I
been
know
trying my
that
best when I'm trying to reference things not to say it.
Mhm.
at this point
I
is
try
what it
so
is.
Nah,
hard.
I know
I
that
purposefully
if
do it
Oh
if
because I
yeah.
know
we
it
have
bothers
a
him.
coverage of saying which is the worst PA, I would be no problem saying, "Hey, look, this is the one." I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
say this one time and one time only. Yes, yeah. So yeah. So these two are the worst
uh,
PAEs so far of this year. Can't wait for us to talk about the shit more later next month. Chat. Tell us what type of videos would you guys want us to see as well down in the comment section, please. We would love to
yeah.
know any possible top 5 POEs, top 5 moments, top 5 matches of the year. Let us
Hmm.
know ideas that you guys want us to talk about. But drop, talk to me. Was you excited about this as well, or will this be a good type of white noise in the background while you're editing?
I mean, yeah, I'm just happy that we covered it. We talked about it. We don't have to ever worry about it again unless we have to reference it, which is fine. But I'm just happy to move on. We'll see what they got in store for the rest of this tournament, whatever's happening next month. I was just expecting a lot more from this, mainly because it was pretty stacked when it came to those War Games teams. I was expecting them to get a little bit more fun with it. Unfortunately, it didn't really hit the way I expected it to be. And that's just us, like you saw us talking throughout the duration of this show, just giving our overall thoughts. It's not whining, it's not complaining. I mean, you guys watch movies, you guys listen to music, you guys play video games. It's just constructive criticism. If you're really passionate about something, like the three of us are about wrestling or other things that we fully ingrain ourselves into, that we have conversations like this. That's another way of showing how you care about something and you want it to improve. That's why YouTube, TikTok, all these other platforms are there for people to speak how they feel. Just don't
Yep.
I said this, just have good reading comprehension when you understand what
Yeah.
people are saying.
And with that being said, chat, I'm gonna just quickly use this transition since Rob brought up our social media, TikTok, IG. If you guys want to talk to us about anything related to the content we do, our Raw, SmackDown, PAE coverage. If you also like what we talk about, brought up, reading comprehension, Stranger Things came out like you brought up, so that means Stranger Things content. We'll be doing Volume 1 coverage, this Tuesday. Might be live on the Vault channel. Stay tuned. See notifications.
Screw it. Let's
I'm
do it
probably
live. Let's
yeah,
do it
I'm
live. Let's
yeah,
do it
we
live.
can.
Fuck it.
I'm doing a
Fuck
thumbnail, so
it.
hey, trust me, we will have a conversation. The debates, the idiocy. It will be a 5-team panel.
Oh,
It'll
trust
be
me.
us three right now here, and then we have our friend, our girl Neko-chan, and then our good friend Blade Ninja Aaron. About I was about to get his whole name confused, but yes. So, Chess, if you guys want to see that
Yeah.
type of content, go check out on Anime Studio Vault channel, the main channel, all the content of anime, manga, wrestling, webtoons, and everything involving entertainment. And additionally, go check out the social media plugs. It's all down below in the description. We're live on TikTok. There you guys are checking out our content. You guys will see the shorts as well, the coverage, the clips of our podcast, our conversation. If you guys also want to see the beautiful man's face, I've dropped this box on Logan Paul's video of what he had his hand or what he had on his hand drawn. His promo, go check that out as well. Not free plug for him, but free plug for us. We could catch where our faces are at. Other than that, Watkins, I think I said everything else other than like, comment, and subscribe. That's all right.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so, except for. Wait, did that not play?
Yeah, it did. It did.
There you go. It just played. It played delayed on my end for some reason. Wow, that
That's
was
crazy.
stupid. That was ass. But hey, you know what? That's fine. Yeah. Thank God that Vash is here to do all the plugs because I hate doing them, but I do them
And
anyways.
we
They
had the
are
new
fun
day
to
as
do
well.
sometimes.
We had a new day
Sometimes
as well for a promo they did or a commercial thing they did. And it's like, really? Really? Y'all just won't do anything
they
else,
got
but y'all
paid.
do. That's true.
They
They did
do
get
have a
paid.
title match. They have a title match tomorrow night, or not Monday night. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, no, tomorrow
We
night because
are, yeah.
Yeah,
it is
fits.
it
It's
is
Sunday for
Sunday
us.
now. So
The
yeah,
first
yeah.
day of
Sunday for us and
December.
all that.
First day of December.
Oh, it's almost December.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
And
almost
then
my
after that, it's
month.
25 days for Christmas, then 27 days for this young unk here, our young unk of the team.
25 more days until Steve Harrington returns
6,
on the screen.
7. Oh my God. The fact I did. No, I'm ending the show at that. Thank you so much for watching Weebs of the Ring, taking time out of your day to listen to and watch us. If you want to follow us on all those social media platforms, do exactly what Vaz told you guys about. Description down below has all those links. You can see our handles on the page as well. Cool, great, awesome, fan flipping tastic, but also use the hashtag Weaves of the Rain to interact with us before, during, or after these shows. Because hey, it's a great chance to talk to us, see how the conversation's going, and it's also a great way to give us feedback because, hey, unlike the baldy, nosy guy, we actually will take your criticisms. We actually will take a look at what you have to say, and we'll do our best to improve our show with every single show that we put on. Weaves of the Ring is presented by Animal We Studio. Thanks, of course, to our production team for all of their hard work to make this show a reality. Thank you for joining us once again, and remember, as always, no stunt grannies were harmed in the middle of this podcast. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you on Monday for the Monday Night Raw coverage. Have a good night, and I'm about to go and take me a WrestlePalooza.
And the producer, Elmo, was in charge today.
He's a boo boo.
Yeah.